Liu Ruyan and Yang Wei both stood there with their mouths wide open like they had just seen something impossible, and I scratched my head slightly and said, "Yeah, that's me." Then I looked at him more closely and added, "Oh, I remember now, you're the delivery guy who called me this morning, right?" And the moment those words came out, the arrogant man beside him almost lost his mind as he shouted, "Do you want to die? This is the young master of the Inan Group, General Manager Chen. What delivery guy are you talking about?" And someone else even muttered in disbelief, "The young master personally delivering packages. Is the service industry that competitive now?" While Liu Ruyan shook her head in denial and said quickly, "You must be mistaken. He's just a poor loser. When he was with me, he couldn't even afford lipstick. How could he possibly be your distinguished guest?" And Yang Wei added impatiently, "Manager Chen, just throw him out. Don't let him dirty your eyes." But before anyone could move, President Chen suddenly shouted, "Who dares to touch him?" His voice carrying such authority that it instantly froze everyone in place. Then he pointed toward the distance and said, "Open your eyes and look carefully. That Boeing 747 that just landed was purchased entirely by Mr. Chen Chuan." And as everyone followed the direction of his finger, I could see their faces turn pale as they stared at the massive aircraft shining under the sunlight, making the helicopter beside it look like nothing more than a toy. And someone stammered, "A Boeing 747? That's a god-level machine worth an astronomical 32 million. If I sold you, you wouldn't even be worth a fraction of it. How could he possibly afford that?" And just as they were all on the verge of suffocating from shock, I scratched my head again, completely confused, and said, "Wait, you must be mistaken. I only bought a plain model. I was planning to give it to my future brother-in-law as a birthday gift." And the moment Liu Ruyan heard that, it was like she grabbed onto a lifeline as her expression instantly changed and she said eagerly, "See, I told you. He admitted it himself. It's just a cheap model. You almost fooled us." But President Chen didn't react to her at all and simply said, "Mr. Chen Chuan, please provide the order information." And I casually handed him my phone, not thinking much of it, but the moment he glanced at the screen, his pupils shrank instantly, his entire body freezing before he slowly looked up at me and said with absolute certainty, "There's no mistake, this is a Boeing 747, and it was indeed purchased entirely by Mr. Chen Chuan."
Subscribe to watch more videos like this.